You are driving on a road where there is no space for two cars. Maybe because there are parked cars, maybe there is a bus, maybe there's roadworks. Because of that, the road becomes narrow and there is no space for two cars, meaning you are going and there's another car coming from the opposite. On those situations, who has the priority? Do you have the priority or do they have the priority? Many learners, they get confused and they keep pushing. They don't know whether to go or not, and they fail the driving test because of that. So in this video, I'm going to drive and we're going to talk about roads where there's no space for two cars. How do you deal on those situations? Remember, the situation is where there is no space for two cars. Many learners, like I said, they get confused on those situations. Here, parked cars on both sides. Is there any car coming? What if there is a car coming? If there is a gap on my side. There is a gap on the other side. I could use before the gap, or I could go into my gap and stick my nose out, allow them to go. Don't push the other car to stop. Now let's talk about who has the priority on those situations. So you're driving on the road where is parked cars on both sides, okay? And there is no space for two cars. So on those situations, who has the priority? The answer is no one has priority. So how to deal with it? How do we deal with those situations? The way you deal with it is you take the control and you prepare yourself to stop for the other car. That's the best way to deal with it. As you are stopping, if they stop for you, it's a bonus. You carry on going. If they don't, it doesn't matter because we are stopping anyway. We are preparing ourselves to stop. If you have that mentality and if you have that way of dealing with the situation, you can't go wrong. Because if you think, well, they have the gap, they should stop, and they don't stop, and you go as well, what's going to happen? You're both going to end up facing each other, and no one's going to have the space. In this situation, as you can see, there is no space for two cars and there is a car coming, which means who's got the priority? Now they've got the space to stop. If I assume they're going to stop and if I carry on going, what if they don't stop? What's going to happen then? There's going to be a problem, right? So the best thing to do is in those situations, there is a car coming. I prepare to stop. As I'm trying to prepare, if I see they're stopping, I check the mirrors quickly, see if it's safe, and I carry on going. That way I can't go wrong because I was preparing to stop. They stopped for me. I check the mirrors and I carry on going. If they didn't stop, not a problem because I was preparing to stop anyway. There's a car coming. Okay, I'm going to take the control and they're waiting, mirror, I'm going to take the advantage. They're waiting, so I took the advantage. If they didn't, I would have always look for the gaps. Those situation road here, I need to look for the gaps on my side, gaps on the opposite, because remember, I'm going to take the control and I'm going to give way because the question was who has the priority? No one does. The way to deal with it is you take the control and you give way going to a gap. Hi, if you are learning to drive or you are training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you. So if you're a learner, we have an online course for you for manual and automatic. And if you're training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you for your ADI Part 2 and ADI Part 3. Please check the description for the links of the courses. Have a look and have a read. If you like it, you could always join the course. So like I said, you're going to take the control. If the gap is on your side of the road, you go into the gap and you do three things, okay? Number one, you don't go too close to the pavement. You don't go too close to the parked car and you stick your nose out. Three things. Not too close to the pavement, not too close to the parked car, and stick your nose out. Why? If you go too close to the pavement, car behind is going to think you are parking. If you go too close to the parked car, your view is going to be restricted and you're not going to be able to get out. Also, you stick your nose out. Why? So that the car behind knows exactly what you're doing. Also, you could see who's coming from the other side, okay? If the gap is on the opposite, okay, not your side, like for example here, if there's a car coming now, I would stop here. Here I would stop. There. Okay? About here. So if there's a car coming, they could just go in and go. Okay? Look at the road. Look how narrow the road is. Okay? In those roads, make sure you just drive in the middle and keep looking. If there's a car coming, there's a gap here. There's a gap opposite. Okay? If I'm going to stop on the opposite, I stop here, they go into the gap. I hope you get the message. Like I said, many learners, they do fail because they keep pushing. They don't know how to deal with the situation. So they keep going. They think that, well, they hope the car coming from the opposite will stop, and they don't stop. And then you will fail your driving test. And it's also, unless you know how to deal with the situation, it's actually stressful because you will be dealing with that every day in your life. And if you don't know how to deal with it, and if you keep pushing, your driving life becomes very stressful. If you take the control, it's just a matter of a few seconds, 10, 15 seconds, they're gone, you carry on going. The road we're going in now, it's very narrow. I can't see anything. I'm going to go really slowly. Like I said, in this road is really narrow, and there could be somebody coming. Is there is? Okay, there isn't. I'm going to go like here. The road is really narrow, and also parked cars on both sides. Is anybody coming? Because if there is, in this road, same again. Is anyone coming? No, I'll drive in the middle. There's gap on my side. There's gap on the opposite. If there's somebody coming now, there's a gap here. Like I said, if there is a car coming, I would go into the gap, stick my nose out, allow them to go. As I'm doing that, if they stop for me, I'm going to be carrying on. Look at the mirrors and I carry on going. Car coming, I go into the gap. Okay, they flashed. Now, because they flashed, I'm going to look if it's safe and I'm going to go. Okay, I was about to stop, but I didn't need to because they allowed me to go. I'm going to go left here. There is a car coming, I could see. Can you see a car coming? There is. Okay, is there space? I'm going to go and I'm going to go into the space here. Okay, while they're waiting, mirror, mirror, I'm going to take the advantage. If they didn't, I was prepared to stop on the left. Okay, I'm going to thank them. If you thank others for allowing you to go, don't take your hands off the wheel and thank. You just take your hands on the top if you want and just say thank you like that, but have both hands on the wheel. Okay, don't let the wheel go. The road is narrow, car coming. I'm going to stop around here. They're going mirror, mirror, carry on going. Is there anybody coming? There is another car coming, I could see. Okay, I just saw. I'm going to go in like they did. Okay, allow them to go. Okay, mirror, mirror, and carry on going. Good. Drive in the middle. Give them the space. Give them the space. Carry on going. Okay, they're going left or stopping. Looks like it. They're going left. And there's a car coming. Can you see? Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take the control. I'm going to go in behind the van, not too close to the pavement, and stick my nose out. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put mirror, mirror. They allow me to go. Make sure it's safe. Don't flash. If others flashes you, make sure it's safe for you to go, but don't flash. You just stop for them and give them eye contact. That's good enough. That is good enough for you to let them know that you are stopping. Okay. There's a car coming. Okay, there's a gap opposite. They have their gap. Okay, good. We'll stop here just quickly. Okay, so just to remind few things. So situation where there is no space for two car because parked cars or bus or road work, because of that, the road becomes narrow. On those situations, who has priority? No one does. Who's going to take control? You are. Because if you do, you can't go wrong. Why? Because you are trying to stop anyway, allowing them to go. If they allow you to go, no problem. We just look at the mirrors, we carry on going. If they don't stop, no problem, because we are already preparing ourselves to stop for them anyway. How do we stop? Not too close to the pavement, not too close to the parked car, and stick our nose out. And I gave you the reasons why. Okay, make sure you remember those things. If you remember those things and having the knowledge of the situation, you'll never go wrong and you'll never be stressed because you know how to deal with the situation. The other thing is, don't flash for others to go. You just stop, stick your nose out, give them an eye contact. That's good enough. If you flash, you will fail your driving test because that's not a signal. You shouldn't invite others to go. They should make their own mind up. You shouldn't make their mind up for them. Okay, so if you stop for them, allow them to go, give them an eye contact, that's good enough. They will go. If they don't go, that means they're allowing you to go. You look at the mirrors, you carry on going. If somebody else flashes you, which you can't control, people will do that. What do? You look at the mirrors, make sure it's safe for you to go, and then you carry on going. Don't take too long though. Just briefly, quickly, anyone there, and go. They're actually asking you to go, but it's not a signal for you to go according to the book. Why? Because when they flash, do they say your name on their car? They don't, do they? So they flash, you are there. There could be a motorbike, there could be a cyclist, there could be somebody about to cross the road. When they flash, the person about to cross the road, the bike, what do you think they're thinking? They're also thinking maybe the flash is to me. They start to go, you start to go, the bike starts to go. What's going to happen? Can you see what I'm trying to say? This is why flash is not a signal. If somebody allows you to go by flashing their headlights, what do? You look at the mirrors if it's safe, make sure there is no bike, make sure there is nobody crossing the road, make sure there is nobody is misled by the flashing headlights, and then you go. Okay, that's one. The other one is, if you want to thank them, give them a smile as you're passing. That's the best way. Eye contact, give them a smile, that's enough. If you want to thank them by your hand, don't take your hands off from the wheel and thank, because maximum time you should have both hands on the wheel. That's what the advice is in the highway code, is asking you to have both hands on the wheel. If you want to thank them, take your hands on the top and just thank them like that, instead of taking your hands off and say, because then you have one hand on the wheel. You should have both hands on the wheel. So if you want to thank them, like I said, best way is to give them an eye contact, give them a smile. That's enough. If not, take your hands on the top and just say like that, but have both hands on the wheel. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I hope the video helps. If you need extra help on learn to drive and to pass a driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course will give you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass your driving test. It has everything you need. I will leave a link in the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.